The ocean covers more of our world than land, yet most of it remains unexplored. Beneath the surface lies a darkness so deep sunlight can't reach it, where creatures evolve in ways we can barely comprehend. The sounds echo from places no human has ever seen.
For centuries, sailors, scientists, and explorers have reported things they couldn't explain: massive shapes moving below their ships, strange lights in the depths, and entire areas where reality itself seems to glitch. Some mysteries have answers, others are still waiting in the dark.
Tonight, we're talking about the mysteries of the ocean.
I'm Leah,
And I'm Amber.
and this is Girly Ghost Tales. Girly Ghost Tales. There's a theory that the scariest discoveries don't come from space, they come from below. And sometimes we find them by accident. In early 2024, something strange happened at a mall in Miami. Officially, it was written off as teenagers, fireworks, chaos, but that's not what people remember. They remember the videos, the scale of the police response, and the rumors that followed. Rumors of something not human. Now, here's where things get strange, because around the same time, buried in online forums, there were whispers of coordinates. Coordinates that didn't make sense. Coordinates that didn't point to the sky, but to the ocean. We've mapped Mars more clearly than our own seafloor. Over 80% of Earth's oceans remain unexplored, and in the deepest parts, places like the Mariana Trench, pressure crushes everything we know. Everything except what already lives there, or what might be hidden there. There have been sounds, unexplained ones like the bloop, which was recorded by NOAA, loud enough to be detected across an entire ocean, but they said it was just ice breaking.
I was thinking of doing research on that.
Oh, really?
And like the sounds that you hear from the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's so many.
I just saw it was either a TikTok or a video I was watching on YouTube. That there's like a new species of whale or
Yeah.
something that like lives deep,
Yes.
deep down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, first of all, how can a whale live deep, deep down if it has to breathe oxygen? It must be it's got to be more of like a shark, I would assume, but like has sounds like I don't know, like a mixture between a shark and a whale. I don't know, but that's just creepy.
Like imagine what is actually down there that we don't like.
We have no
We'll
idea.
never know.
Yeah.
Like nobody can even go down there
Yeah.
and see, because like the pressure will literally crush you.
It's crazy.
Like I believe Nessie is real. I believe in sirens, mermaids.
Oh yeah.
Like I believe there's like a full alien base underwater.
There's something down there that
they don't want us to see, like the Bermuda Triangle.
Too much creepy stuff happening there.
Like way too much. The ocean is like my top scariest thing to like look up and think and talk about.
I can't even imagine like going on a boat in the ocean.
No, I would rather die.
I'd have to be so close to shore. It would have to be just like going along the shoreline in a boat, because
even then I'd be scared to get pulled out, or
yes.
I don't even know. I'd have to be sedated. Like people that go on cruises, I'm like, oh my god.
I've looked up cruises before because I'm like, oh, it would be so fun. Everything's all in one place. But then then I think about like the Titanic and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna die.
And have you seen that Netflix thing about the cruise where like the toilets stopped working and like they all had to like poop in like bags and stuff?
Oh my god,
and like
no.
and it was like days. Like they didn't have food, they didn't have like air conditioning, they didn't have working toilets.
Not for me.
For like days.
Not
and
for
there's
me.
like a whole documentary about it. Like it was nasty.
I've seen some TikToks too where like, because pirates are still like a thing, but obviously like a different version of them, And I've seen
that is scary.
Yeah, cruises where they're like, if this certain alarm goes off, close your blinds, shut your lights off.
That's scary.
That's so scary.
Why would you even like risk being out, or what if there's just so many things, like what if it sinks? What if something happens?
I know.
What, like I could never do it, like,
Because
ever.
there was this one way to like see Ireland and Scotland and a little bit of like England, and you could take a cruise and they like go into ports and you can go and explore and then come back and you go to the next whatever. That's what I'd love to do.
It would be fun, but I'm way too scared of the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Like, way too scared.
I just imagine I'd be like on the balcony and we'd be in the middle of the sea and I'd be like, I'm gonna throw up. This is too scary for me.
Or like how you hear about people like falling off of cruise ships.
Yes.
Like,
no. Ugh.
I literally would have to be forced to go on a cruise.
Yeah. If I was on there, I'd be in the middle of the ship at all times.
Yeah.
Just like,
yeah, me too.
At a restaurant or something.
Yeah. So pilots have reported objects entering the ocean without slowing down. No splash, no impact, just gone. They call them USOs, unidentified submerged objects. Ugh. And unlike UFOs, they don't leave.
Oh.
Yeah. Think about this. If something wanted to stay hidden on this planet, why would it choose the sky when it could choose the ocean? Like, there is so much that's not explored down there.
And it's less likely to be seen down there.
So back to the coordinates, because this is the part nobody agrees on. Some people believe the numbers circulating online were wrong. Not fake, just reversed, flipped, or misread. And when corrected, they didn't point to Florida. They pointed to the waters surrounding Antarctica. So this is talking about like the Miami Mall incident. So I wish I would have saved these TikToks I saw when it happened.
Yeah.
It was people screaming and running out of the mall saying, "There's aliens here. Aliens just came, like they just appeared. They're like 12 feet tall."
Oh.
Like the entire mall, like everybody was screaming and running. There was like 30 police cars outside blocking off all the streets and everything. And now you can't find any of those videos of anybody saying that there was like aliens there. And they're trying to say it was fireworks and there was teenagers fighting and lighting off fireworks. There was like literally 30 police cars there.
That's like crazy.
And the entire mall, like everybody was running on the streets, screaming, crying, like yeah. They said
so scary.
Literally said it was like 12-foot tall, like aliens that just appeared in the middle of the mall. And like the one I saw, like someone was saying like they were looking around, like they were confused that they were at the mall.
Yeah.
Like they
landed in the wrong spot. Yeah.
And apparently, like, so these coordinates they're talking about, if you flip them, so the coordinates to the mall, that the exact spot that they were at, if you like reverse them, it leads to like Antarctica, where people believe there's a portal. I 100% like that. Has to be like that has to be why they were there.
Yeah.
Because why would they be looking around like, oh shit,
it's too hot here.
Yeah.
That I don't know why, but that just reminds me of Halloween Town High. Where they're in the mall and it's like the big smoke and they're like, oh, on the news they're like, random smoke just appeared.
Yeah, I wish I could find like any videos, and people have made videos talking about that too. They're like, why are all of the videos just gone?
Yeah.
Like, you can't find them. They're just gone. Like, did they go to those people and were like, take this down?
Men in Black situation.
Yeah, or like wipe their memory. Yeah, like I don't know, but I believe that's what happened. So why Antarctica? It is one of the most restricted places on Earth, covered in ice, surrounded by some of the most violent oceans on the planet. And beneath that ice, subglacial lakes, caverns, entire environments sealed off for millions of years. Some researchers believe it's the perfect place to hide something or to access something. So here's the theory, not confirmed, but persistent. What if the coordinates were pointing to a specific location in the ocean, a structure, a base, or something less physical, a gateway or a portal? And what if whatever happened in Miami wasn't the event itself, but a misfire, a signal sent to the wrong place, a door opened in the wrong location? And then, so that's its own incident, like the Miami Mall incident. So, I mean, you can believe it was aliens or believe it was fireworks, whatever. I believe it was the aliens. So now I'm gonna shift to dolphins. It ties into the aliens at the end.
I feel like mine also kind of has a alien connection too, so that's funny.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because I love aliens. And then there are the dolphins, highly intelligent, communicating in ways we still don't understand, navigating the same waters we barely comprehend. Some believe if there was something down there, they would know. Dolphins have a reputation for being cute and friendly, but once you look closer, they get unsettling. Here are some of the creepiest, weirdest, and very real facts about them.
I love dolphins. They're my favorite animal.
Oh my god. Are you
Or
kidding?
they were.
It
used to be my dream to want to swim with a dolphin.
Oh my god, you couldn't force me to do that.
Have you seen like the things that like this was your aesthetic in the 2000s? It's like all the dolphin.
Yeah,
that
and,
was
like,
me.
Jumping and like
yeah, that was literally me.
I used to like them too until I went down the evil dolphin rabbit hole.
Oh no.
So they use echolocation. They see the world by bouncing sound waves off of objects. Each dolphin develops a unique signature whistle, which acts like their name. Other dolphins can imitate that whistle to call a specific individual, not just make noise, but literally say who they want. They remember these whistles for decades, meaning long-term social memory is insanely strong. Some scientists believe their communication is so complex that we don't fully understand it yet, which fuels theories about it being almost like a language. Dolphins can recognize themselves in mirrors, something only like 2 other species can do, which is crazy.
Yeah.
This suggests a level of self-awareness similar to humans, apes, and elephants. They've been observed showing signs of grief, curiosity, and playfulness that feels intentional. There were attempts to communicate deeply with dolphins in the 1960s. The most infamous was the work of John C. Lilly, who tried to teach dolphins English and believed they could reach higher consciousness. And they actually started saying some English words, like the dolphins did.
I can't believe that.
That is literally insane. Like, what? What do you mean?
I know, it's kind of like, well, it's way crazier to think of a dolphin like saying words, but like even birds who can like mimic words,
right? Like the
it's
ones
so
that
crazy.
and some of them can mimic and sound like whoever is saying it.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
That I can't comprehend how that's possible for anything to do.
It's so weird. Ugh.
It's scary to think about. So it says the experiments got ethically messy and bizarre, which is why they were shut down. But like, what do you mean? Like, they don't want us to know something.
Yeah.
There's something they don't want us to know. Today, strict wildlife laws prevent interfering with dolphins too much, both to protect them and us, which I think it's because they don't want us to know that
dolphins are actually very, very smart.
Yes, like probably smarter than us.
They're ruling the world. They're in communication with the aliens.
And their brain is like, the size of their brain is like pretty much equivalent to a human, which is like no other animal has a brain that's like that.
Well, I'm thinking about it, how big is an elephant brain? I need to Google it. Because you said something about elephants, and I was like, I wonder if...
I saw something when I was looking it up, but I didn't save it. It was like comparing different animals' brain sizes. And I'm pretty sure it's pretty big.
Jesus. Yeah, look at that. That's like a human and an elephant.
And elephants
gross.
See humans, how humans see like little puppies, like they think we're cute and like delicate. and they like want to be gentle with us.
Well, even like this is like the human and that's a dolphin.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And dolphins literally communicate telepathically. And they can crazy. Like sense when people are pregnant, like they like tend to go towards like women who are pregnant because people believe they have like healing and like telepathy that they can like communicate with like the unborn baby.
I wonder if it's because they have that like echo thing. I wonder if it's kind of like ultrasound.
I know, like that's I feel like that's what it is.
Yeah.
But like they're an animal.
Yeah.
That can do that.
Well, it's also like how dogs can like smell cancer.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know. That is crazy.
Although the dolphin thing is way crazier.
Mm-hmm.
And my dog, who's a beagle, who's supposed to have a very good nose, can barely smell the treat on the floor right next to her.
Really?
Sometimes I'm like, girl, are you actually a beagle? Because what are you doing?
Are you actually a dog or are you a SW?
Yeah.
So that's all fine and everything, but male dolphins, I will never go near a dolphin because of like the stuff that I've found out about male dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
So they form gang-like alliances with other male dolphins, and they will like pretty much capture a female dolphin and like rape her like repeatedly, sometimes for like days, it said, and like force her to like get pregnant. And then once they have the baby, sometimes they'll just kill their own baby. They'll like play volleyball with it with each other until it's dead. Like they'll hit it back and forth just for like fun. And then sometimes if they don't kill it, if the mom is spending too much time taking care of the baby that they forced her to have, they will kill the baby for that reason so that they can make the mom pregnant again, because like they can't when there's a baby, I guess, like if she's taking care of a baby, so they'll just kill them sometimes, like for the fun of it, basically, is what they made it seem like.
That's terrifying.
They are aggressive towards other animals like porpoises for no reason, which they also do the like volleyball thing. Like they literally are torturing it, like they just keep hitting it like that back and forth until it's like dead.
That makes me so sad.
I know, like why are they so mean and crazy? Like that's scary.
That is so scary.
Some researchers think it's practice for dominance or just violent behavior. They also use toxins to get high. They've been seen gently playing with pufferfish. Pufferfish releases toxins that, in small doses, seems to put dolphins into a trance-like state. Groups will literally pass the fish around, like they're sharing like a blunt or something, and they'll be high from it, God. Which is crazy. Like,
that
first
is
of all,
wild.
how do they even know to do that? Like, they have to be so smart to be like, oh, we can get high from sharing and passing around this puffer fish. Like how does a dolphin know that?
That's so crazy. I mean, I guess it's kind of like how the humans just discover things randomly.
Yeah, that's true. It's just so
but it just
weird.
Doesn't seem
like a dolphin could do that.
That's so crazy. Ugh.
Their sleep is basically half on, half off at all times. They never fully sleep. One half of their brain rests while the other stays awake so they can breathe and watch for danger. This means that they're never completely unconscious, which is kind of eerie to think about.
It's kind of how I feel about like whales. They like sleep like this.
Oh, yeah.
It's so creepy.
Whales scare me.
I hate them.
They're so big.
They're so big. And that really puts in perspective like how big the ocean is.
And I read the book Moby Dick.
I never read that.
I was like obsessed with that book. I read it a bunch because it used to, I think that's like partially what started like my fear of like the ocean and like whales.
That and like Pinocchio.
Scary. Yeah. I am terrified of like whales, sharks, dolphins, anything in the ocean. Like literally any of it. There are persistent stories that dolphins have tried to initiate communication with humans, mimicking sounds or behavior, which I've seen a lot of videos of them doing. While not telepathy, their intelligence and curiosity make interactions feel intentional and uncanny. There's not scientific evidence that dolphins are telepathic, but their advanced communication, emotional intelligence, and how little we fully understand them makes it easy to see why people feel like there's something deeper going on, which I fully believe they're telepathic.
Yeah.
So the U.S. law says dolphins are protected under the Marine Mammal Protection Act, which makes it illegal to harass dolphins, feed them, touch or swim with wild dolphins in ways that disturb them, attempt to interact in ways that change their natural behavior.
I didn't know that it was illegal to feed them.
They don't want us to do anything with them, basically.
Because like that's the same thing with like manatees. You're not allowed to feed them or like interact with them because they're so easily like friendly.
That's what it, yeah.
And they'll get like, themselves killed because they'll try to go up to like boats and
that's like, that makes sense, but also like
seems
it's
weird.
basically saying like, oh, if that dolphin comes up to you, like don't look at it, don't interact with it,
just ignore, pretend it's not there.
Yeah, like why?
Yeah,
because you don't want us to know something.
Yeah, because it's gonna tell us something.
Yeah, literally. So what counts as harassment to a dolphin? Trying to get their attention, following them closely, attempts to interact. Like, how is that harassment? Like,
to an animal.
Yeah. And every video I've seen, like when there's like dolphins that are interacting, they're like coming up and like not leaving the person alone and like doing flips and like trying to get them to like pet them and like, which I used to be like,
see me, I'm dolphins. Like I would.
Yeah, go down the rabbit hole on TikTok and then I bet it won't be your favorite animal anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I've always wanted to swim with one.
Female dolphins, yeah, but like the male dolphins are where I'm like, ugh, they're evil.
Yeah,
like actually,
that's scary. That is so scary.
Like imagine your worst like ex-boyfriend. That's like every male dolphin.
Yeah,
but 10 times worse than that.
Yeah, yuck.
And like I just don't get why. Like why are they just automatically like? Because most other animals like, they're not just like mean for no reason.
Yeah.
And like dolphins, it's like there's no reason.
Yeah, they're just.
And a lot of people say that another thing that they do, like when they're trying to play with you, like they're like tricksters basically. They're trying to make you think, oh, they're so cute and sweet, and then they try luring you farther and farther, like deeper into the water, which is freaking terrifying.
That's so scary. Maybe it is like a defense mechanism for them. Like maybe they were so easily targeted and they're so smart that they've developed to.
Maybe.
But
why do they go out of their way and come up to humans and like, come on, come out.
They're like the siren.
Come swim with me.
They're like the SW of the sirens.
Literally, that's like what I feel like. So yeah, it says why that law exists is because they can become easily dependent on humans. They can be aggressive or unsafe. It disrupts their natural social structure. But I feel like those are all just reasons that are like, oh, let's just say it's because of this, because we don't really want them to know.
Yeah, I could definitely see the unsafe part, like where something could happen, and
but like, then shouldn't it be like that for all like animals, pretty much?
Yeah.
Like, why is there a specific law for dolphins? So now that we know about the intelligence level of dolphins, let's talk about Gerald the dolphin.
Gerald.
My Roman Empire. Literally. I got so mad at Jake the night I heard about it because he was like making fun of me and laughing and like just thought it was the funniest thing. I like got mad and I was like, don't talk to me. Like, I'm not talking the rest of the night.
Don't even look at me.
Yeah.
Don't come to bed.
So in case you can't tell, I fully believe the Gerald the dolphin story. So the story first appeared as a self-recorded statement uploaded anonymously. A man describes being near open water. He claims a dolphin approached unusually close. He identifies it by name. They called it Gerald, he said. That detail is what makes the story spread.
But it was they. I'm like messing with this, but who was they? Like the people he was with or all the other dolphins?
I think all the other dolphins. Whoever was down there with them.
I love it so much.
Because dolphins don't get named like that in the wild, at least not officially. In the account, the behavior shifts from curiosity to something else. The dolphin is described as persistently following, matching movement patterns, returning repeatedly after being pushed away. Not aggressive, not random, intentional. Then comes the part that turned it into an online phenomenon. The man claims he was briefly pulled underwater, not dragged violently, but guided, as if the movement was coordinated. And when he resurfaced, the dolphin was still there, watching. He claims that beneath the surface, he was taken to an area he describes as structured, geometric, not natural. He says he observed what he believed were constructed forms beneath the ocean floor and that he was made to understand their function through observation rather than language. So he said that he was being telepathically communicated with what he had to do. Oh. And he said he was down there for 3 days and that he was forced to like build like structures down there like condos, like he was forced to help them build.
So like we need opposable thumbs.
Mm-hmm. Literally. So I'll read the headline report about it. So in Fort Myers, Florida man found sunburned and disoriented on Sanibel Causeway, claiming he was kidnapped by dolphins and forced to build an underwater city. Lee County Sheriff's deputies responded to the Sanibel Causeway early Monday after a motorist reported a man standing on the shoulder, soaking wet and drawing blueprints in the sand. According to the police report, Ricky James Hollowell, 33, was found barefoot, severely sunburned, and wearing only swim trunks. He told deputies he had been taken against his will by a pod of dolphins 3 days ago and forced to work on what he called an underwater construction project. According to Hollowell and the police report, Hollowell claimed the dolphins approached him while he was swimming off Fort Myers Beach and escorted him to a site approximately 40 feet below the surface, where they needed help building structures. He told officers the dolphins communicated through a series of clicks that he eventually learned to interpret, and that the project foreman was a dolphin he referred to as Gerald. When asked how he breathed underwater for 3 days, he said, "Gerald handled that. I didn't ask questions. You don't question Gerald." I love Gerald.
I love Gerald. Don't question Gerald.
Period, Gerald.
As the kids do these days, click their little fingers.
He had drawn an elaborate blueprint in the sand that deputies described as detailed enough to be concerning, including what appeared to be condos, a town square, and a recreation center. He told officers he was released because the dolphins were satisfied with his work, but that Gerald said they'd be back for phase 2.
And he's like, I'm never going into the ocean again.
Like, that's what some people were saying. They were like, so how is Gerald gonna find him again?
Yeah.
Like, just imagining him sleeping in bed and like
Gerald
waking up and Gerald's outside his window, like
yeah, clicking at him. Wake up.
So responding deputy Sean Oakley told reporters, "I've been with the sheriff's office 11 years. The blueprints were the part that got me. He had zoning." Hollowell was transported for medical evaluation. Gerald was unavailable for comment.
Damn it, Gerald, where were you?
Some men build cities on land. Ricky Hollowell claims he built one underwater for dolphins, and honestly, the blueprints were hard to argue with. So, some facts about the man who claims that he was kidnapped. He was an aerospace engineer who knew a ton about underwater like mechanics and engineering.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's like what he has done for his whole life. So what are the is that a coincidence the man who says he was kidnapped, it's not a crackhead Florida man who's in like articles, like he's an aerospace engineer.
That's so crazy.
At the hospital, so it said like he got checked out at the hospital. Medical staff treated him for dehydration but found no signs of head injury, just some confusion. Which, yeah, if you got kidnapped by dolphins for 3 days, I would be confused too.
You're dehydrated and you've been somehow breathing underwater.
So the craziest part of the examination is it said tests showed marine particles and seawater in his lungs, suggesting he had been deep underwater for a long period of time, but he had no lung damage.
I don't get it.
And he can't have like marine particles in his lungs if he wasn't like deep underwater, like he said. And why would he just be like, oh, I'm gonna try to trick everyone and make everyone think I went underwater and make them think I'm crazy and got kidnapped by dolphins? Like, why would you decide to, like, if it wasn't true, what would make you want to look crazy?
Drugs, I guess, but if
So I went down like the rabbit hole when that happened, obviously. And someone that was staying at a hotel right by where he claimed to have been abducted posted a video from their hotel balcony showing a helicopter extremely close to the water with people that appeared to be searching for something. And it was literally like if this was the water, the helicopter was right here. And the girl recording was like, the helicopter literally just appeared like from over in that island where nothing else is. It just like appeared out of there. Now they're over here searching, and that's right where he said he was abducted. Suspicious. That's weird. That's suspicious.
Coincidence? I think not.
No. Another TikTok user posted a video with the caption, as a marine biologist for over 30 years, I can confirm 1,000% Gerald the dolphin definitely brought my dude down to Atlantis. And it was like some older man who, like, all his other videos were just about like nothing like this. Like, he's like a dad, basically. Like,
he's not out here living the conspiracy life.
No, definitely not. And then there's another one. So there's like a ton of people who have like who are in like that field who are like, I 100% believe this really happened. So the other one was a former marine mammal specialist who said she spent 9 years training various species of dolphins. She said, I 1,000,000% believe him. And then you know how on TikTok now, on the like if you open the comments, it'll be like sometimes an AI generated thing, and it'll be telling you what the video's about. So on that video of the girl who said she spent 9 years and that she believes him, it said former marine mammal specialist, like it said like that she expresses disbelief in the Gerald the dolphin story,
but she literally said that
the
she believed
opposite him. So like, why is the AI thing saying no? She says she doesn't believe him.
She's like, don't
That's
watch
suspicious.
This.
And then after that, apparently over 20 bottlenose dolphins have washed up dead on beaches in Florida since the story went viral. So is the government killing them off to send the dolphins a warning not to do it again? Because they don't want us to know about it? Or are they killing random dolphins hoping one of them is Gerald? Is it just a coincidence? Some people believe Gerald is actually an alien and dolphins are just what aliens portray themselves to as like to humans. So like when they're in the water, like it's actually a dolphin, it's just taking the form, or it's actually an alien just taking the form of a dolphin, because they're not going to show us that they're an alien. And that would make sense why he got abducted if it's actually an alien. Some people believe the man who says he was abducted was actually Gerald himself, shapeshifted as a human, and that was his way of giving other humans some information about what really is happening underwater. So I guess we'll just have to stay tuned for phase 2.
I wonder if he's just out there like in the ocean every day, like, I'm ready, Gerald.
I think he was not happy
He
about
was
it.
not thrilled about it.
No.
Oh.
So I don't know. I kind of feel like he was Gerald. Like the dolphin was like telling us like what they're doing because they want us to know. Because I saw one theory saying that like maybe the reason the government doesn't want us to know is because they're so advanced and like they would overpower like humans basically.
I could see it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just crazy. So back to like how that ties into like the Miami Mall incident. If they were trying to find somewhere underwater, like that would make sense if their base is underwater and then they shift into dolphins.
Yeah.
Like
that can make sense because people think that aliens have gray skin. Dolphins have like gray skin.
Yeah. And like the whole telepathically communicating, that's like one
and
of the biggest things with aliens is like people say, oh, I don't know, they were telepathically telling me
I
this.
could hear it in my head. They never moved their mouth.
So that settles it. Dolphins are aliens. The man was Gerald the dolphin.
The aliens are trying to tell us what's going on.
Atlantis is real. They have an underwater city. And a base or a portal.
And they need humans to build their condos.
Literally. That's not alleged. It's true.
Yep. You heard it here first.
Yep.
True.
So that was Gerald the dolphin and the Miami Mall incident.
Oh, that's so crazy.
And then while I was like looking that stuff up too, I also found like a different so you know how when people do anonymous interviews, it's like the generic like the white background with a black silhouette and like them talking. It's like an interview. It's like I was gonna play part of it on here, but it's like 8 parts or like 9 parts. It's a different guy talking about being abducted by dolphins, and he like was in the Navy, and I 100% believe that for sure happened.
The people in the Navy probably see some wild stuff out there.
Yeah, I was reading the comments on it, and so many of them were like, oh, my grandpa was a Navy SEAL. He said he saw sirens, he saw aliens, he saw like someone transform into like a different like shapeshift in front of his eyes, basically. Like, I need to know all of it.
The ocean is just so scary.
I know.
So much can happen.
My sister used to be in the Navy. I'm gonna ask
her
if she knows anything. I feel like she would have already told me, but like,
yeah.
And I don't.
Maybe she's just repressed something.
And she was working on like ships all the time.
Ooh.
I'm asking her when we're done with this.
Did she ever have to go on a submarine? That would.
I don't think so, but maybe. That would. Oh, I would rather die than do that.
Like those people who decided they would take that submarine down and then got
Even
crushed.
though they knew it was a horrible idea and everybody told them not to do it.
I could not. Oh.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It was such a wild.
I know.
Oh. And then everybody making jokes about pop cans, and they were like, "You shouldn't make jokes about it." And I was like, like, and I, oh. The ocean has always been a place of mystery, a vast, endless expanse where things can vanish without a trace. Ships disappear, stories are lost, and sometimes what's left behind is even more unsettling than what's missing. In 1872, a merchant ship was discovered drifting alone in the Atlantic Ocean. Its cargo was untouched, its supplies were fully stocked. Everything seemed normal, except for one chilling detail. There was no one on board.
I almost did a story about that. Is it the Mary Celeste? I almost did that.
No captain, no crew, no passengers. Just an abandoned ship, silently cutting through the waves. This is the story of the Mary Celeste, one of the most haunting and enduring maritime mysteries of all time.
So crazy. I'm excited.
The Mary Celeste begins its story in 1861 when it was constructed at a Canadian shipyard in Nova Scotia. Originally named the Amazon, it was the very first vessel built by that yard. From the beginning, the ship seemed to carry an air of misfortune. Some accounts claim the Amazon had trouble even leaving the shipyard, allegedly getting stuck during its launch, though historians debate whether that detail is fact or later embellishment. What is certain, however, is that its first captain, a young man newly married, fell gravely ill during the ship's maiden voyage and died of pneumonia. The journey was cut short so his body could be returned home, casting an early shadow over the vessel's reputation. Despite this tragic start, the Amazon continued sailing under a new captain and successfully completed a cargo run to Great Britain. But bad luck struck again on the return journey when the ship collided with another vessel in the busy waters of the English Channel. Over the next several years, the ship faced additional hardship. In 1867, a violent storm drove it ashore, causing significant damage. Declared a wreck, it was sold off by its owners. The battered vessel changed hands multiple times before being repaired and given a new identity in 1868, the Mary Celeste. With a fresh name and restored structure, the ship seemed to enter a calmer chapter. Between 1868 and 1872, it sailed under several captains without any major incidents. In 1872, the ship underwent an extensive $10,000 refurbishment.
In 1872 it did?
Yeah, $10,000? That's crazy.
I wonder how much that was.
Normally I looked that up before, but I did not this time. This upgrade added a second deck, expanded its cargo capacity, and increased its length to just over 100 feet, making it a more capable merchant vessel. That same year, the Mary Celeste came under the command of Captain Benjamin Briggs, a 37-year-old experienced sailor from Massachusetts. Briggs came from a long line of sailors. His father was also a ship captain, and he had spent much of his life at sea. By all accounts, he was a disciplined, respected, and deeply religious man who avoided alcohol, ran a tight ship, and professional crew. At home, he was a devoted husband and father to 2 young children. For this voyage, Briggs made an unusual decision. He brought along his wife Sarah and their 2-year-old daughter Sophia. Their young son remained back in Massachusetts to attend school. Briggs carefully selected a crew of 7 men, many of whom he trusted personally, suggesting he intended this to be a routine and successful journey. On November 7th, 1872, the Mary Celeste departed from New York Harbor, bound for Genoa, Italy. Its cargo consisted of 1,700 barrels of denatured alcohol, a highly flammable substance used for industrial purposes, not consumption. The voyage across the Atlantic began like many others, though ship logs indicate the vessel encountered rough seas for about 2 weeks. On November 25th, the log recorded that the ship had reached the vicinity of the Azores, a group of islands in the Atlantic west of Portugal. Then something went terribly wrong. On December 5th, 1872, the British ship De Gratia, I think is how you say it, spotted a vessel adrift roughly 400 miles east of the Azores. The ship's strange, erratic movement caught their attention, and a boarding party was sent to investigate. What they found would become one of the most enduring maritime mysteries in history. The ship was the Mary Celeste, completely abandoned. There was no sign of Captain Briggs, his family, or any crew. The vessel itself was still seaworthy, with only about 3 feet of water in the cargo hold, an amount not considered dangerous for a ship of its size. 6 months' worth of food and water remained untouched, along with the crew's personal belongings. The cargo was largely intact, although a few barrels of alcohol had leaked. 1 lifeboat was missing, and a water pump had been partially dismantled, suggesting the crew may have been attempting repairs. Otherwise, there were no clear signs of struggle, violence, or panic. The crew of the De Gratia sailed the abandoned ship to Gibraltar. I don't know how to say that. Hold on. Gibraltar? Hoping to claim a salvage reward. However, the unusual circumstances raised suspicion. Authorities launched a formal investigation, even entertaining the possibility that the De Gratia crew had been involved in foul play. After months of scrutiny, no evidence of wrongdoing was found, though the salvage payment awarded was far less than expected. The mystery only deepened over time. In 1884, author Arthur Conan Doyle, I think, published a fictionalized account of the incident, adding dramatic and supernatural elements. His story captured the public's imagination and helped transform the Mary Celeste into a legend. Soon, wild theories began to circulate, everything from a sea monster and waterspouts to alien abductions and paranormal forces. While many of these ideas are easily dismissed, more grounded explanations have been proposed. One of the most widely accepted theories involves the ship's cargo. The leaking barrels of alcohol may have released dangerous fumes into the hold. Fearing a potential explosion, Captain Briggs may have ordered the crew to temporarily abandon ship in a lifeboat. The log suggests they were near land, making this decision seem reasonable at the time. However, if the lifeboat became detached or was overtaken by rough seas, the occupants could have been lost to the ocean while the Mary Celeste drifted on. Another theory suggests faulty navigation tools or a malfunctioning water pump may have led Briggs to mistakenly believe the ship was sinking, prompting a premature evacuation. Despite decades of investigation and speculation, no definite answer has ever been found. The 10 people aboard the Mary Celeste vanished without a trace, leaving behind a perfectly intact ship and an unsolved mystery that continues to fascinate historians and storytellers alike. As for the ship itself, its story didn't end there. It sailed for another 13 years under various owners, though it carried a reputation as an ill-fated or even cursed vessel. In 1885, its journey finally came to an end when it was deliberately wrecked off the coast of Haiti as part of an insurance fraud scheme. To this day, the Mary Celeste remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of the sea, a haunting reminder of how, even in the age of exploration and progress, the ocean still holds secrets we may never fully understand.
That's crazy.
I know. This is a drawing of what the ship looked like. Just a classic ship you'd expect in the 1800s.
Literally what I would picture when I picture like a ship.
Yeah.
Or like a sailboat. Where are all the bodies?
Yeah. Like, you would think one would at least, if they were so close to land and they did evacuate the ship and they were heading towards land, you would think at least one or two bodies would wind up on shore.
Or like someone would make it back.
Yeah.
Like all of them just died.
I mean, they did say that they experienced rough seas for 2 weeks. So I don't know if maybe it was still rough when they got to where they were.
Yeah.
And they evacuated and then got overtaken. But again, I would think somebody would, something like a clothing item or something would have landed on shore.
That is weird.
Yeah.
They like vanished.
So yeah, a lot of people do speculate that it is aliens, that they just came, abducted them. See ya, bye.
I wonder like why. Like if it was aliens, why would they want them?
Yeah.
I always wonder that. Like what do they want? Like when people say they were abducted, what do the aliens want from us?
What are you doing? Like what?
And most people that get abducted, like they come back.
Yeah.
So like what if they did get abducted and then what if the alien put them in a completely different place and like disoriented them and they don't even know where they are or what happened.
Who they are.
Yeah, because so water like holds like memories and like has feelings and like you can literally talk to water and whisper to it and like compliment it and like tell it things you want and it's supposed to like help you.
Yeah.
Like it has like properties in it that can like heal and energize and a lot of places that are haunted there's a lot of times there's some kind of running water that
around.
lives by that or that they live by like a lake or a pond or something.
Yeah,
it's like
or they have like a well.
a portal. Yeah, so if that's the case for just like a small like little small like well or pond. Like imagine an ocean.
Yeah.
That's so scary too.
I
I literally
know.
like get scared just even thinking about stuff in the ocean.
I know. I get freaked out of like Lake Superior alone.
Yeah.
That's like the biggest
Oh,
lake.
Lake Superior is scary.
It's so scary.
Ugh.
But I love that song, The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. It's a bop.
My dad's friend has like a fishing boat.
Ooh.
And it's like sketchy. My dad had me, my mom, him, his friend. I'm pretty sure my brother and my sister might have been there. Go on Lake Superior one day when I was a kid. It was like,
yeah.
And me and my mom, like, we were like, nope, we're getting off.
Yeah.
And we like went back right away, but it was like scary.
My dad said he went fishing one time on Lake Superior, and the weather like turned bad, and they were trying to get back to shore, and he said like the boat at one point was like this on a wave.
I would have a heart attack.
Yeah, not for me.
That's terrifying.
I know, when I go to Duluth and I'm like at the bridge and you see like the little fishing boats, I'm like, oh, I hate it. Why would you want to be out there?
That's so scary. Imagine how many bodies are in Lake Superior.
It never gives up its dead, as they say, because it's so cold that the bodies never like decompose and they just stay down there.
I want to like how is there not a way? I know that they say that a lot of it's not explored because of like the pressure and because it's just too big to explore. Then how can you explore space?
That's
like
what
if it's
I think
too
too.
big.
Yeah.
And like can't they make some kind of little device that can go, like it doesn't need to be a person.
Yeah.
Can't you get like a little camera?
I was gonna say
put it
they
down
make
there?
like the teeniest, tiniest cameras. You're telling me you can't find something
that
you can't
get crushed or whatever.
Yeah. And we'll be able to go underwater.
I feel like they put, you know how you can like buy like a shark or something and they have like tracking things on them.
Yeah.
Put a freaking camera on it.
Yeah, a little GoPro on its fin or something.
I need to see what else is down there.
Oh, but it freaks me out.
Me too. And I have like thalassophobia. Bad.
Me
like,
too.
Really bad.
I remember I was watching, I don't know if I've told you this, I might have, a Ghost Adventures episode where they did on the Queen Mary.
Oh, they did. I need to watch that.
It's good. They caught like a figure walking. Really? It's really cool.
Oh, I want to watch that tonight.
But they at one point are like in the bottom of the ship and they show the propeller and it's like underwater still. So you can see the water and you can just see how big the propeller is, and it made me sick. I literally had to shut the TV off because it freaked me out.
Ugh.
I was like, nope.
Oh, that's
it was so either creepy. That or I can't remember now. It might have been the Ghost Adventures episode. Otherwise, I know Sam and Colby did an episode there or did a video there, and it might have been that video actually. Now that I'm saying it out loud, I don't know. Either way, it was the Queen Mary, and I saw the propeller, and or like you see pictures of people snorkeling underwater next to a ship.
Or have you seen those giant statues that are underwater?
Yeah.
Like they're huge.
And then you see them like swimming next to it.
I could literally make myself have a seizure looking at stuff like that. Like, ew.
Sometimes I like to look at it to see if it triggers me, and then I get triggered and I'm like, oh god, no.
I always look up like thalassophobia videos on TikTok like to scare myself, and I literally will be like in bed, like my feet will be like sweating and like my hands
clenched.
Are, like,
the ship that's like docked in Duluth down in Canal Park, you can see like the
haunted ship.
Yeah.
The William Irving or whatever.
You can like see, I think you can see kind of like the propellers there too, and it just like really puts into perspective like how, and the chains that are like,
oh my god, I know the chains.
And I think about it and I'm like, it has to be like, that's so big. And you think about it like in the water.
With stuff you don't even know what's in there with you.
I know.
Like, what if you fell in there? What if you fell in there at night when the ocean is just black and you can't see?
That's what I think about cruises too.
Yeah.
Like, you're out there, it's pitch black. There's literally no light anywhere, I guess, from the ship.
It's like making me feel like nauseous thinking about.
It scares me so much.
And have you seen, one time I was on some random guy's TikTok live for like an hour because I don't know what he was doing, it was just his phone propped up recording, and they were like working on a ship, like I don't even know, but it was like pitch black outside.
It's like
You
the
could
deadliest
literally
catch.
hear like stuff being like, ooh,
Yeah,
ooh,
I've
like
seen like
sounded like a girl like singing, and he was like
siren in the
yelling
background.
back at it, and he was like, I hear you. Are you gonna sing me a song? I was like shaking, and like every comment was like, stop! Why are you telling me to sing? You're gonna get captured. That's a siren.
Oh my god, I hate it.
It's so scary. Oh, you couldn't pay me to go in an ocean.
We did when we went to Michigan. We went like the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And have you heard of like the pictured rocks?
Mm-mm.
They're like really pretty, colorful, like cliff sides on Lake Superior. And we did take like a boat tour of it. But I told Matt, I was like, what if I get out there and I have like a panic attack?
Yeah.
But we were like right next to the shore the whole time, so it wasn't as bad. But in reality, it's like it wasn't like a giant boat either, but big enough where I was like, the water's probably deep right there. People like kayak next to it too. And what was so like crazy, we went and did that, and then like a week later, there was a video of rocks, like the part of the one of the cliffs like collapsing into the water, and people were on like paddle boards and like canoes.
I would never go near that.
I was like, that would like imagine you get hit by a rock.
You don't know what's gonna. It's not like you have time to get out of the way.
Yeah,
like you're just gonna get crushed.
I feel like you're less likely to get out of the way in the water than you are if you're like standing next to a cliff on shore, because you can like you'd run faster than you paddle a boat.
Literally, if you're like paddling, you're gonna get like this far.
Yeah.
Like by the time it comes down.
Yeah, I hate it.
Yuck.
And then I've also heard too that Lake Superior used to be even higher, like where the water, like where you go down the hill, like it used to be all the way up to that.
That's gross.
Yeah, that's crazy to think about.
Like I just don't get oceans.
I don't get
like,
oceans.
How is there
giant
just
lakes?
How are oceans just where they are?
Yeah.
Like how is there just big, huge things of water?
And then when you think about like Hawaii, specifically, how teeny tiny that is in the ocean. And I mean, they already just flooded in like Oahu or wherever that was. Like, imagine the whole island just gets taken over by like a tsunami.
And like, imagine all the people that live in states like that go surfing every day.
Oh, no.
I would actually like rather die than be like, here's a surfboard, you have to go and surf for an hour. I'd be like, I literally can't.
The closest I would get in is enough to where the water comes up to my feet. Just the wave comes up and I'm sitting on the board. The water, it doesn't even float on, it's still on the sand.
There's also, I can't remember when it comes out, but there's a new scary movie coming out that I want to go see. It looks scary. It's like ocean, like kind of like end of the world vibes, and it was like a shark. I saw like a shark like come in and like attacking someone like in their car. Their car was like stuck and it was like flooding, and like it looked scary, but it's coming out soon. I can't remember what it's called.
Did you ever watch that one where it's like where they're in like the shark cage or whatever? They're like scuba diving underwater and they're in the cage. And the cage, I think like
I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember what it's called.
It's like 10,000
feet under
or something like that. Something. Yeah.
I did.
I never watched it because that freaks me out.
I didn't think it was that good.
I think I remember when I watched the like commercial for it, I was like, or the trailer, I was like, oh, I just can't. It freaks me out.
I'm trying to think. There's like other ones I've watched. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. Oh, it's called Open Water, and it's like a couple that gets stranded when they're like on vacation. And I don't remember much of it, but I remember my parents had their friends over one night when I was a kid, and they watched it in their living room. And like the living room is right here, and then there's stairs right here, and then a little walkway, and then more stairs. That was like where my bedroom was.
Yeah.
But there was like a railing right here, like on the staircase, so I could like sneak down and like see what they're watching in the living room, and I like snuck down there. I don't remember, like I was only down there for like a couple minutes because I had to like run back up to my room, but like it was pitch black, and like I just saw like the guy being like jerked like kinda and like coming back up, and then I was like, And I ran back up.
You're like, oh, hell no.
Yeah.
That was, oh.
And that was like all I've seen of that movie. I feel like that like started my fear
Yeah.
of like ocean.
And it's so wild because, well, I've never been, well, when I went to San Diego that time, same time I went to the beach that day, and I got my legs in the water, and that's about it. But that's the only time I've been in the ocean. And but like I think about now going on like the like even like Lake Pokegama, it's a giant lake for here at least. And we used to go like tubing, and I loved it. And you jump off the boat in the middle of the lake.
Tubing was like my favorite thing.
And now the thought of it, if I fall off that tube, something's gonna get me.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what, but something.
I went in the ocean one time when my sister lived in Florida, and me and her were out there, and we were out there like pretty deep, and like I was like getting scared because I was like trying to get back, and it was like I wasn't getting any closer, and I started like panicking. And then like while I was almost out of the water, she was like staying in there, and I like looked back, and I swear to God I saw a shark fin. And there's like a guy on the beach, like there's a bunch of people who had like those, you know, those giant fishing poles that like you don't even hold them, they're like in the sand.
Yeah.
He was like standing by one of those, and he like saw me like running out of the water, and like my sister was not listening to me, and I was like, I saw a shark, come on. And then I like got out of the water, and that guy was like, oh, you saw that too? So I was like, yeah.
Out of here, sir.
I was like, I told you I saw a shark fin out there. And that was the last time I ever went in the ocean.
That's a no
I'll
for me.
I'll never be in it again either. So
I will maybe put my feet in it.
Yeah, that's the most I would do.
And then Gerald's gonna come find me.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say, on my way.
Yeah.
I'm not building anything for you, but I'm coming.
Yeah, the guy who did the testimony, like the other guy who was like in the Navy, he said that he basically said the same thing, that he was like guided underwater, and then he said he like went into a cave, but in the cave he could breathe and there was oxygen, but he said there was like a bunch of moss everywhere, like sea moss, but he said it was like glowing. And he said he like touched some of it, and like where he touched it on his hand like started glowing. And he said there was a bunch of children in there, like human children. And they were talking, but they were talking in a language he didn't know what they were saying.
Like the dolphin language?
Not like, he said it was like words, like, but he couldn't, he didn't know what they were saying. But he said there was like a bunch of like kids in there. And he said the dolphins were like sitting in a corner and just like staring at all of them. Yeah.
Like they're analyzing what they're doing. So it feels very alien. So this is kind of goes back to the whatever the thing is, the fear of the water. Have you been to like the aquarium in the Mall of America?
Only like a long time ago.
Or have you been somewhere where it's like you go under like through?
No.
It's so cool, but I can't look too far to the sides because they have like, it's like black. They just put like black wall, so it makes it look like it just keeps going. I don't know how to explain. Like when you're like the actual tank that the fish or sharks are in, it like eventually cuts off, but it's just like black wall. Like they painted it black before they put the water in. So like an illusion that it just keeps going. And it makes me feel that way, where I literally have to like look like this and can only look up and see them like go across, because I wonder,
I want to go in one.
It is cool,
but like, how do they know
that it's not going to collapse?
Yeah,
I think about that too.
Like, how did they can't know until it just happens?
Yeah.
And then what if you're there when it happens?
That would be just my luck.
Like, I saw one video, I don't even remember where it was, but it was like one of the only aquariums that has like a certain shark in it, and it's like a shark that they had to keep in there because it can't go back into the wild for some reason. And it's huge, and it was like swimming on one of those things.
See, I'm already getting sick kind of looking at this.
I'm scared to see it.
So this one isn't bad, but then when it pans over to this other side, see how it's all black? It makes it look like you're...
I hate everything in that video.
I'm like looking at it like this.
That's scary. Or like the so like, I guess this is a different thing, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like a fear of like big objects underwater.
I think that's my big, like, I think that one
too.
is mine. Like I was saying, like next to the propeller.
Yeah.
Like that.
Well, I can't remember what. There's like a girl who posts a bunch of videos about it who I always watch. They are freaking creepy. Like there's one of like, okay, so I've like been on this ride. It's like the Jaws ride at like Universal.
Oh, yeah.
Where you're like in a boat and there's like a fake like animatronic shark, but the shark is actually scary.
Yeah, I've heard that
a man in like the 90s fell into there with the animatronic shark.
That would terrify me.
That would like make me literally have a heart attack and die in the water.
Even though I would know it was an animatronic, I would still be scared.
It's still like terrifying.
It would be like a haunted doll. I'd be like, what if it's haunted and it's gonna come get me?
So many things to not want to do in the ocean.
But have you seen the videos of like it's like the Navy or the Marines like training pool? And it's like, it looks like a normal pool from the surface, and then you go underwater and it's like super deep, and there's like tunnels that like you can go through, and it's all underwater.
No.
Oh, freaks me out.
Yuck. Yeah, and there's so many creepy things about the water and the ocean.
I just hate it.
Even just lakes. Like, I don't even want to go on any lakes either, because we don't even know what's under there. Like, I might think we do, but we don't.
I've heard that there are big, like, I think they're muskies in our lakes here that are like as long as us.
What?
Yeah. Well, I've gone fishing before, but this isn't it's in the river, the Rainy River. But I've gone sturgeon fishing. Do you know what a sturgeon looks like? Yeah. And it was like 52 inches or something. Like, it was huge. My mom's caught one that was as tall as her, and she's like 5'11".
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That is
scary. It was
scary.
Like dinosaur fish.
Yeah, and imagine what else is under there. And I used to go like cliff jumping in like by where my old school is. Me and my friend would go there, and it was like a super high cliff, and it's just like it's called like Mott Pit. It's just in Mount Iron.
Yeah.
It's not like a super huge like pit. We didn't know at the time, but then like after we like realized, I swear to God, I just saw a person out of the corner of my eye. I'm not even kidding. Like a peeker.
Anyway, you found out what about the...
Oh, there was a giant snapping turtle in there that like I literally saw its head come up while I was climbing like out of the water. It was like probably...
They get huge.
Yeah, it was like this. Its head was like this big.
Yeah.
And I've never gone in there since.
I don't blame you. Did you ever feel that way in pools?
Yeah.
Like that a shark was going to be in there?
I literally...
That was always my fear.
I've had like a lot of like nightmare, like scary dreams.
I used
about
to have
being
nightmares.
In a pool
Yes.
With like a shark attacking me. Or like I'm trying really hard to swim and get out of the pool, and like I can't like get out of it fast enough.
I remember having dreams where I was like with my family.
Yeah.
It sounded like somebody was just like shifting from foot to foot or something.
Whenever I'm up here, if I do a live up here at all, I literally the entire time am moving and looking out, because I swear I hear someone coming up here the entire time I'm in here.
It's so crazy. Like, it kind of sounds like you were saying like the jeans thing.
Like it sounds like someone's trying to be like...
Yeah, like I imagine it's, oh no, they're just like trying to be quiet, but like standing and waiting for you to be done.
Nope, no one there.
No one there. Spooky.
So that's our sign to...
That's our sign to end this
leave.
Thing. I could probably go on about open water for ages,
I know.
But
we need to do another ocean episode. Thanks, girlies and ghoulies, for joining us. Come back next week for stories about Mexican folklore.
So until next time, stay spooky.
And stay safe.
Good night.
Girly ghost.